Hello everybody and welcome to Sin City Living. My name is Jason. I'm bringing you today's video. Just had a few things I wanted to go over real fast. First, our usual shout out of appreciation to all of our patrons out there. We appreciate all those tips and support, and hope you guys are enjoying the videos that we put out for you guys exclusively every single week, including the How to Deal Craps instructional set that is ongoing. And if you're curious about it, go ahead and check the description of the video down below. And also, I wanted to go over, we've had a couple of questions about the this little neon light thing that we've been putting on some of our other videos. So if anybody's interested in one of these, just shoot us an email at sincitylivinglv@gmail.com. And so I did another test of our live stream, another attempt to do the live stream. So I now know that I have the right equipment, the right camera, the right programming, able to get all of that done. Unfortunately, what I did discover is that my computer was not strong enough, was not powerful enough to be able to encode and upload it as an actual live stream. So I'm going to continue tweaking with that, although it may turn out that I'm just going to have to wait until I can afford to buy a newer, more powerful computer for that. So that will be on the list. So it does look like live streaming may not be as upcoming as I was hoping. It's going to take us a little bit of time to generate that up. And otherwise, please make sure you email us with any questions, strategies, anything you would like us to video. We love shooting these videos for you guys. If not, I'm going to go straight into today's video. So for today's video, I want to go over an interesting strategy I saw today. Okay. Interesting in that, honestly, there's no other way I can put this. This was one of the dumbest strategies I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen a very similar strategy multiple times. We've actually brought this up in some of our Crossfire episodes and some of our other ones, but just seeing it in action today, and especially the circumstances around what was going on around this player, made it even more glaringly obvious just how silly this particular strategy was. So, what is this mind-boggling strategy, you ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm here to show you. This player was a do-we-don't player, okay? Pretty simple by itself. You know, do-we-don't, okay, easy. But here's where it got pretty interesting. Let's say the point is 6, because it was a 6 at one point while this player was shooting. Here's what they did. They did a $12 lay, which made it a bridge, and they did $15 in odds. They also did I'm trying to remember exactly what it was they did. Yes. They did a $12 8, a $10 5, and a $10 field bet. So what you see here is this is a do-we-don't iron cross. And guys, this is remarkably dumb. This player is basically hoping they make their money by hitting these iron cross numbers, especially the field numbers. And it's certainly possible to make your money off of these. But if this is your strategy and how you were trying to make your money, why are you even wasting your time over there? And especially, why are you wasting your time over there with both odds and lays? Just play your iron cross. Plus, if you're going to play the iron cross, you need to play a proper iron cross and have more units on the inside numbers than you have over on the field. And again, I mentioned this player was shooting. So here's the things that happen while this player is shooting. Okay, here's some of the things that were also remarkably dumb about this. A do-we-don't with both odds and a lay. However, they were not the same number of units. This is why this is so bad. If a 7 were to roll, this player would this isn't even a push. Typically when you see players do this, this is a push. They are trying to have their actual money making be all around in here, so they designed these to be a push. This is not designed to be a push. At first I thought maybe he made a mistake on that roll, but he did this on every single number, which made it even dumber. More units in on the odds than he had in the lay. So if a 7 rolls, not only does he lose his field in both of these, he's going to lose $25 here and he's going to make $20 here. It's just nonsensical. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Here's what made it even better. When he was shooting, I'm using the 6 because this actually happened. This player, and I'm actually going to show you what he did. He hit 3 points, and it was the worst ones he could have hit. So he rolled a winner 6. So what happened? Well, he lost his lay, and he lost his field. So he lost $32. Okay, I'm going to combine over here. I'm going to total over there just to make it a little bit easier. He won $28. So this is one of those rare players that actually has a light side bet that manages to hit their point and lose money. It was just mind-boggling how he pulled that off. So then the very next roll, he comes out, lands on an 8. And what does he do? I bet you can guess. He does a $10 field, $15 odds, and a $12 lay. Guess what? Winner 8. Once again, he loses $32 and makes 28. So he loses money. His next roll of the dice came out this way. His next come out roll comes out this way. So this time, he does a $15 lay. Right? Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, I don't. But some people may look at this and go, well, 15 odds, $15 lay. Oh, yeah, that turns that one into a wash. No, it does not turn that one into a wash. Not even close. $21 lay would at least come close. Because the $21 lay would win 14. So he'd only lose $1 within this, where a 7 would roll. Guess what? He hit a winner. He hit a winner 5. So this time, instead of losing 32, he lost 35. Well, he made $32 over there. So once again, he lost money on this roll. Just truly, truly, truly astonishing. So let's back this up a little bit, and let's take a look at other things that played a part in this particular strategy. Let's say an 8 rolls. Well, he makes $4. He makes a whopping $4. Man, slow your roll. You're going to own this casino. What made this even more interesting to us, and something like the winners started being commented on by the dealers under their breath, or to each other, or to the box, or I even heard some players notice this, that it was, again, one of the few strategies where you hit your number. You're playing a pass line bet with odds, you hit your number and you lose money. This player rolled for about 10 to 12 minutes and actually lost money. It was pretty amazing. But what was truly fantastic about watching this incredible strategy in action was that this player showed up at about 5 minutes before someone started shooting and threw one of the best hands of the night. There's only one hand that I know of on a different table that was actually better. A player started throwing the dice and threw for almost 25 minutes. It was just an absolute fantastic roll. They hit 4 or 5 winners, maybe more than that. It was about 5 winners. They hit multiple points. After this player threw for 25 minutes or so, the next player comes up and shoots for 10 minutes. And then right after that was another 10-minute roll. So at this point, we're looking at this table and these dice, like, man, these things are magical. And everybody's stacks are just enormous, except for that player. So after those 3 players rolled for almost 45 minutes combined, there were a couple of 7 outs, so people started coloring up because they won a ton on the 25-minute roll. And then people tend to get a little more aggressive the next roll, hoping for the Lightning to repeat. And in this case, 2 10-minute rolls, roughly, the Lightning did repeat. And they made even more money, and they were a little bit more aggressive, started out with bigger bets, stuff like that. So once a couple 7 outs came pretty quickly, players all started coloring up. So I'm sitting there watching people coloring up, people that bought in for a couple $100, coloring up $800-900, or at the worst $400-500, at least double, triple, sometimes 5 times what their initial buy-in was. Meanwhile, this player is still sitting there playing because through all of this, They maybe had about $30 of profit. They might have been down too. It's tough to tell. It was tough to tell reading their stacks. And this player ended up playing for another 4 or 5 hours and buying back in at one point. Meanwhile, there was another 15-minute hand or so later on. Again, a bunch of people won a bunch of money. They all took off, and this player is still there. And with this strategy, you can't even say they were racking up a whole lot of comps because they have competing bets. Half of their action isn't even rated. So this was just an amazing strategy to witness, especially watching these players. They would get paid, they'd pick up their money, and they'd look at it. They always had this look of confusion on their face, like they couldn't understand why they were getting paid, but their stacks were getting smaller in the rail. I don't think they actually understood the fact that they were losing, even though they were hitting numbers and hitting winners. It was very interesting. So I hope you guys find this interesting, illuminating, enlightening, or at least just plain interesting. We thank every single one of you guys for watching. We appreciate every one of you guys, and we will catch you guys next time. Bye now. Okay guys, so as I promised at the end of the videos, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the live stream and how it's going to work. So the first thing is, if you're interested in being one of the players for our craps tournaments, which we're going to have every single week, please email us at sincityliving.lv@gmail.com. I need the email addresses and want to know who is interested so that we can get it set up and we can select it. I'm going to have the first round is going to be 16 players. There'll be 4 players per week. The 5th week is going to be the 4 champions from previous weeks to get an ultimate champion. Haven't decided yet what the prize will be. Maybe I'll see if I can pick up another one of these lights. But we'll have some sort of prize for our champion. So please, if you're interested, email us. I want to pick the first 8 players, the first 2 weeks worth of players, so that we'll have the first 4 ready for the first week. And the other 4 will be kind of backup, just in case somebody has connection issues or something comes up and they're not able to play that week. Then I've got the other players on standby, so I can just bump one of them up or maybe shift the first person down or something along those lines. The main tournament is going to be Thursdays at 6 o'clock my time, Las Vegas time, 6 p.m. Las Vegas time. And it's the way it's going to work is it's going to be a time thing. I'm going to do the live stream for an hour. I'm going to do the game for an hour, rather. And it might work out to about 30 rolls, might work out to about 40 rolls. I'm not too sure. We'll see how it goes. But it's going to be time. It's going to be an hour. Instead of the craps tournaments that they do down on the strip where it's 30 rolls, we're going to do an hour. So I want to make sure I have a finite time limit for this to start with, and then we will go from there. I'm going to find a way, either a Discord or a Zoom or a private chat room, some way for the players to be logged into something where I can communicate with them on my second computer so that they can tell me what their bets are, what they want to bet, what they want to press when something hits, without me having to scroll through the full chat of the live stream itself. I'm not going to be able to keep an eye on that, and if we have enough people watching and chatting, it could be difficult to keep an eye. So I have to figure that part out. Another reason I need the emails, so I can communicate back and forth with the potential players. So if you're interested, again, please email me. Eventually, just pretty much everybody's going to have an opportunity to be in on these things because we're going to do multiple ones. I'm also looking at probably doing a second craps tournament, maybe late Wednesday nights, possibly, I'm not sure, where I'm going to do it a little bit different. The second one is going to be, instead of 1 hour and then whoever's got the most chips is the winner, because those craps tournaments tend to have really weird strategies. They're not normal strategies that you'd see in normal play, because you're competing against other players and you just want to make sure you have more chips than them by the end. What I'm going to do with the second tournament is, instead of a weekly winner, we're going to play for an hour, and then I'll keep track of how much money people still have on there, or how many chips they still have. And then the next week, same players are going to keep going. Basically, this game will go until the bankrolls end, until we have one person with money left, or chips left. Again, there's no money involved in this. So once we have one final winner, so people will drop out as their play money bankrolls expire, as they run out of chips. So that one, I'm guessing we'll see some more normal strategies, the kind of things people actually play when they're actually playing craps. And then eventually we're going to add baccarat, pai gow, three-card poker, blackjack, of course, to these tournaments. Whatever we can, to these live streams and live stream tournaments. Whatever we can, when we can, as best we can. We're going to have to figure it out as we go. We have a lot of time constraints between me working full-time plus a child. But we're going to do the best we can. We're very, very excited to have this going. And we also will try and pick a day or time where I can do a patron exclusive tournament or two. We'll see. We'll see how many of our patrons are interested, and see if we can't get that going as well, where it's only on the patron site. So definitely stay tuned, guys. Please, if you're interested in playing in one of the tournaments or partaking in our live streams, aside from just the chat, obviously it's a live stream. Please watch, chat with us, let us know how it's going or what you think, and otherwise, please, again, email us, sincityliving.lv@gmail.com. Otherwise, I hope you guys are enjoying the videos. Any suggestions, please hit us up. Thank you guys very, very much. We appreciate every single one of you guys, and we will catch you guys next time. Bye now.